Good evening, everyone. I'm actually going to present a concept for a compact ice generation plant that is fully automated and, for the most part, fully self-sufficient. So the plant is powered by solar, has its own unique pool of water, and has its own pipe resource delivery subsystem. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce the compact ice factory concept. This is a prototype that was put together in about 4 hours. There were three major models that were created within those 3 hours. There was the initial concept, a sort of primitive prototype, and then this is the one with the majority of the enhancements that were desired. So this is actually the back of the machine, but I figured I'd start here. That way I could go through the entire process to demonstrate what it is that makes it possible to deliver a full solution in a 4 by 7 by 5 footprint, loosely 140 blocks total, or at least the volume. So back here we actually have a power control switch that can turn the entire system off. The way that works is by using wireless redstone to open up these splitter cables here. So let me just go ahead and turn that on. Now when that's on, this actually turns the system off. When that's off, it turns the system on, so I posted a sign to the saying that effect. Now the entire system is actually solar powered, and it has two separate legs for resources and for electricity. So the right hand MFSU powers leg A and the left hand powers leg B. The center MFSU is for backup power, and all three of these receive power from a medium voltage compact solar array. So that power straight into the MFSU. Now, if you'll notice here on the energy delivery side, that MFSU is plugged into a medium voltage transformer, which in turn distributes electric load to two low voltage transformers, and this low voltage transformer between those two, the lower voltage transformer on the left and below the medium voltage, receives its power from both of those other transformers. So, and this is symmetrical. So this transformer actually powers a pump that sits in there and accesses the internal water storage. This low voltage transformer to the immediate left of the low voltage transformer right here, so this guy right here, powers the compressor, and the low voltage transformer to the immediate left of the medium voltage transformer actually is one leg that powers an ice compressor in the very front. So just go ahead and take a look on top here. So here are the two cables from both legs. You can sort of see the wires down there going to a compressor at the very bottom. So that was a quick overview of electricity. Let's go ahead and look at the resource distribution system. So here we can get a closer view. Solar panel, MFSU. As you can see here, the way it is designed is there's actually a 3 by 3 pool of water that is 1 square deep, and over that there is a pump on each side of each leg. So that leg that I'm looking at right now is leg A. This is actually leg B. So a pump will do that. It will pass the water directly onto a compressor and turn it into a snowball, and in turn, as you can see, the compressor will have the snowball removed via pipeline. And there are a couple of slightly harder to see from in here, but they're basically redstone engines being powered by a single redstone torch, and those are sending the snowball directly into the ice compressor module up ahead. So let me go ahead and close that. We'll go ahead and proceed to the front of the machine. So this is the business end of the machine. This is where the end result comes out. So you can see the redstone engines here. You can see the pipeline for the snowball coming in, and you can see the electricity from both of the legs coming into the ice compressor. So right now it's working on compressing a snowball into ice, and what it does is it sends those snowballs into the pipeline. Now in this case, because this is a prototype, I just had it send it all to a chest, but it would be very easy to simply go ahead and join this to a greater pipeline. That's part of a larger process, whether it's to cool a nuclear power plant or to just give you some ice blocks somewhere else for some other fun uses. So in short, as I mentioned before, this entire assembly This basically factory in a box is essentially 7 units long, or 7 units deep, excuse me, by 4 units high, by 5 units long or wide. So that's a total of 140 blocks worth of volume. So that makes it very small and very effective at doing what it needs to do. So part of the reason why I built this is there didn't seem to be any good, very compact implementations of an ice generation factory available. On YouTube, from what I could see, a lot of them were big sprawling affairs that had a lot of pipeline, and this makes use of space and keeps the pipelines very small so that you can actually fit this in a smaller area and hopefully reduce the lag on your machine as well, since there are fewer pipes. Since my understanding is that more pipes equals more lag. So, the other reason is I needed ice for nuclear power plants. This is actually a nuclear power plant area, and as you can see over there, there's the foundations for 10 nuclear power generators that will probably be all Mark IIIs or higher, if I can find a good design. So this is the plan. So I built this. I wanted something that was self-enclosed, 99.9% automated, and required very little maintenance. And this is basically what I came up with. So this is actually the third model, the third version of this, and the ETH, for lack of a better term, revision. So this is Mark III revision E of the compact ice generation plant. And there will actually be a Mark IV relatively soon that may have some metering capability and that may have enhancements, dual pumps to a single compressor to help with slowness, as this plant is unfortunately a little bit slow. That can be optimized by using energy storage plus overclocking upgrades. So as you can see, this has 2 energy storage upgrades and 2 overclocker upgrades, and the 2 compressors in the back end that are dealing with water pumping into snowballs are actually doing the same thing. So you can easily upgrade this. There's plenty of power. 3 MFSUs is probably overkill. You can use bat boxes or MFEs, which I believe are the smaller version of the MFSU. So overall, I'm hoping to get plans out for this. This took 4 hours only because it was research and development and I was trying to refine a concept. But overall, in someone in creative mode, this should take between 30 to 60 minutes to build, and for someone in survival mode, it should take the same amount of time. The only difference will be the resources available. So, thank you for watching. I hope that this was relatively informative and helpful for anyone who wants to build an ice generation plant in a very small space. So thank you for watching once again.